Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the second episode of the Deacon Board podcast. We are here live. I got my man, Dr. James Hassel.
Yo.
Got my man, Mo Richardson. Mo, you're on. And then, of course, we got our guest tonight, Robert R.D. McLemore Sr. So we got Listen,
sound effects.
Right, we need some sound effects.
Well, I got hoop tracks. That's
we all got hoop triggers. We all got hoop triggers.
Yeah, hoop triggers. I got that.
So listen, we're calling this the NBNY episode, the Newburgh, New York episode. We're gonna talk all things Newburgh, growing up in Newburgh, the some infamous stories that we can possibly tell from Newburgh. Some some you'll be like, oh, that happened in Newburgh. Others, it's gonna be crazy. So
I hope it doesn't get too bad.
No, it's not gonna get too bad. It's not gonna get too bad.
Well, it is what it is.
It is. We're all grown now. That's 20, 30 years removed. We'll be all right.
They're gonna take us back to which years? To crack alley days?
We can talk about crack alley, how it got its name, the ankle breaker days. We can even talk about how everybody knew Tawana lied and she was in Newburgh when she got out. I said it. What they gonna do, man? What they gonna do? Hey, man, listen. We not gonna sit here.
I went with her to Howard. So
you did.
The story just expanded.
Right, we know what happened. We're not gonna even front. We all know what happened. So
not the garbage,
not the garbage bag, She did it. She did it.
Matter.
She went far. Her pops must have been like just straight up a devil. You put poop on me. I'm telling you, there got to be a story behind.
She probably gonna get her. And I know we generally don't curse on this, but she was probably due for a good ass whooping when she got home that night from that party. I mean, her mother was probably waiting with her with a switch, a belt, a razor blade, and everything else.
She had a kid's name.
His name was.
Don't say no names. Don't say no names. Don't say no names. They all were there. We can
allegedly. That's the word for this broadcast.
Allegedly.
So when we do have discussions about stuff we should know nothing about, you got to say
allegedly.
Okay, all right.
Allegedly, we know.
Got you.
Allegedly, we know all the people that Tawana was with that night in Newburgh, and we even know where the party was and all the major players.
Well, I heard. I wasn't.
Allegedly.
I wasn't at the party.
Prayer meeting. I was in prayer meeting.
I was at Soul Saving.
Well, we Kojic, so we are at 120. We're at 120 North Miller Street. We're at 120 North Miller.
We were at church.
We're on nothing. All right, so we're gonna get into all that. Before we get started though tonight, some announcements because we're the Deacon Board. We got to do a little church announcements.
I'm excited about this first announcement though.
The Fugees are reuniting on a world tour starting tomorrow in New York. Now, let me say this: y'all know Lauryn Hill has a habit of showing up places late. So if I were you, I would go late also. If you get tickets, just show up 2 hours late and maybe they'll start on time at that point.
Ain't Lauren Pentecostal? That's why she always late.
Nah, well, she that's cool, but why you gotta do Lauren like that, man? Don't do her like that.
I love Lauryn Hill.
Come on, man. Yeah, well,
how you gonna win when you ain't right with it?
Well, I mean, she crazy, yo. So I don't know. I'm just saying, if you decide to go, make sure you show up late so you're not pissed off and disappointed and want your money back.
But she may be like, she's been restored. She got back on the wagon or something.
I don't trust him. I don't trust her. I don't trust it. I'm sorry. I don't trust it. Let's see. In other announcements, Corey Henry is up in New York all week long at the Blue Note.
At the Blue Note.
Yeah, at the Blue Note, New York City. So, if y'all want to go hear some.
I mean, since we're talking about the Blue Note, I was rather disappointed when I went to see Robert Glasper.
What was disappointing?
The show started an hour and a half late. And Robert and your mic, bro. I'm sorry, Robert Glasper, he refused to refuse the alcohol. And he played 12 chords. He played 12 chords and got up. Yo, David Chappelle played the piano longer than Robert Glasper.
He's not lying. He's not lying now. Oh, speaking of that show, shout out to Dr. Sean Best. Hey, Sean, you are a lifesaver. You are the man. You are the king. Goat. You are the GOAT because there was a line. We skipped
the whole line, Rob.
There was a line. There was a line about 400 people outside the Blue Note. You know where the Blue Note is in the city and how small the Blue Note is.
Yeah.
There was a line wrapped around the block. We pull up in the Uber and I'm like, yo, I know this isn't the line to get in because all these people can't have tickets. You know, it was a line to get in. So we walked back.
What did Dr. Best do?
He was standing there
with all his people.
He was a blessing.
He was just in line. And
so he was just in line.
Say hello and love on him. And we stayed there.
we came first.
I sat literally. We sat on the stage when Chappelle came on the stage.
Chappelle's nuts is sitting on me. Chappelle's nuts is sitting right here, like they were sitting right here.
Chris Rock.
Yo, they were right here.
Chris Rock. Yo, I said it when we walked in. I was like, yo, I would not sit this close if it was comedians.
Right. We were literally on top of the stage.
Yo, and we didn't expect comedians. I expected music.
Right.
And Glasper was so drunk, man. He played 4 chords. His DJ played music for about 15 minutes, and his drummer did a 35-minute solo.
Allegedly.
So wait, if I played, I would have played better than him.
I don't. Well, you're nice like that. But
I only know how to play in one key.
Nah, Glasper is still a genius.
And I only know how to play Chasing After You.
That's hysterical.
So Glasper. I just want the artist to know that, your habits affect your performance. And I love Glasper. He ain't watching this, so I'm just telling the truth.
No, he may not be watching it. He might be watching it.
He might be.
He might be watching it, so
we're gonna need
careful.
some free tickets.
I don't care. Plus, he can't beat nobody. Who can you?
We're gonna need some free tickets.
Hey,
put it out there.
This.
Come on, Dr. Hassel, put it out there.
Hey, James, watch this. Even if he was watching, who can you beat in this room?
Who can you beat in this room? That was Dante's favorite line right there. Yo, I'm just saying though, but if people want to make it up to me, he can give me free tickets to a mid-afternoon show.
Mid-afternoon
at
show.
6 o'clock.
Not the 12 midnight show.
Nah, no 12 midnight show.
I'm too old for that. I'm too old to be up with the deacon board right now.
Well, you know what? Yeah, y'all, the hassle that I got for saying, yo, we're gonna do something at 9 o'clock tonight. He's like, yo, I gotta go to bed. Yo, get up. All right.
I'm on, right? I'm here.
Yeah, he's there. Now, we were supposed to have another guest, and I'm sure he's sitting there watching. So, Brandon, I'm coming for you. You didn't show up, so I'm coming after you, Brandon. You best believe it. I don't care. I'm gonna call Uncle Rob and Aunt Joyce and let them know you dipped out on us tonight. So if I were you, I would log on
anyway.
You're right. You better log on. If I were you, I'll log on. Matter of fact, if y'all know Brandon Williams,
a quick minute, man.
If anybody watching knows Brandon Williams, hit him up, text him, call him, email him, tell him that we're looking for him. Tell him we're looking for him.
He gonna ignore it. Brandon, he don't call you back till 3 days later anyway.
I bet you if it was Hezekiah Walker calling for him to play down the Love Center for $1,000, he'll go. Now I said it. I don't know. Wait a second.
I don't know. He might not go.
He might not go. He might not go. So listen, tonight we're going to spend the next 45 minutes just talking about Newburgh, New York. And one of the things, we all grew up in Newburgh. Newburgh made us who we are today for the most part. Born and raised there. But I had my cousin Rob McLemore on here. He is a lieutenant in the Wallkill Police Department, but he lives in Newburgh, has lived in Newburgh all of his life, and he's also a special counsel to the chief of police in Newburgh. So he has some intimate details of the policing in Newburgh, what's going on, and I want to get his
trained.
Yeah, he's highly trained.
I had lunch with him in Yonkers. He was here for a summit. You remember? Yeah, he was here for a summit with FBI agents. Listen, he knows stuff, man. He knows secrets. He's been to Area 51.
He knows what really happened.
Yeah, he knows what happened, yo.
He know what happened to Jimmy Hoffa.
Right. Yo, y'all so stupid.
Oh.
So Rob, you know what? Tell us a little bit about you, man. Your story. You know, kind of what you're doing and how you managed to toe that line of not only pastoring in a city, but also having to police some of the same people that you pastor or that you know that you grew up with.
Well, everybody know on this platform that they know that, you know, I'm a son of the city. And so, I mean, we all grew up together. Most of y'all a couple years older than me, but y'all, you know, we all had our groups. Y'all had Psalms 100. We had decisions. We had decisions to make. We had decisions to make. We had to make those.
Who was it? Gwen. It was Gwen.
The Macklemore kids.
Freddie.
And Freddie. Yeah, we took Freddie. We grabbed Freddie. We grabbed Freddie.
Yeah,
we grabbed Freddie. We snatched him. We didn't. I mean, he came willingly.
But that's okay.
We acquired him.
Yeah, he wanted to hang out with the big dogs. He was like, "Yo, y'all."
We was making some choices.
Yeah,
we made some. We was making some decisions.
If Terrence, and listen, if Motley was all talking about, you had no choice to come over to Psalms 100.
Brandon said he coming now. He running late.
As always. Go ahead, Rob.
How you running late for a Zoom call?
Yeah, I don't know. You can get it anywhere. But anyway, you know. Anyway, you know, grew up Soul Saving. Shout out to Soul Saving, which our granddaddy
church.
Since Dante said it, yeah, it's our granddaddy.
It's our granddaddy church. It's our granddaddy.
James, we don't need no comments, James.
I'm choking over here. My dog just jumped in my lap.
Yo, listen, man.
My granddaddy.
It's my granddaddy's church.
How did this happen?
Church, so grew up there.
Did you ask how did this happen? I can tell you how. I can tell you how it happened. I don't know. I just got my grandmother frucked the pastor. All right, I said it, and I don't care. Y'all can be mad. I didn't curse. I just said what I said. And
the deacon board.
I said, well, you know, the good deacons always curse a little bit.
Lord.
And just like his grandmother did.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's a whole nother episode. We done this episode. One night we're gonna talk about it. All right, go ahead, Rob.
That's hilarious.
Well, since we Kojic,
go ahead, man.
So we grew up in Soul Saving, you know. Then shout out to the Ave. I grew up on the Ave.
So tell the people what the Ave was, man. Tell them what.
Ave World, you know, just a couple brothers just hanging out, brothers and sisters just hanging out and just taking care of the community.
Is that what the Ave was? If my memory served right, it was a little more malfeasance and Machiavellian.
Well, speaking of,
we were
funny that you said
people. We helped the community.
Listen, funny that you said Mal, right? Because you know it's what it is. All right, go ahead, Rob.
So shout out to my brothers.
That's right.
And my Av brothers and Av sisters.
Hey, you know what's funny though? Speaking of the Av, we know everybody. Like we're related to most of them. It's like, yo, they were just all one way or another. It was all,
and we all connected.
We all grew up together. You know, we all did our thing. We're all grown now, so we can look back on it and be like, yo. But the one thing I can say, there was a community there. There is a community.
Yeah, I love growing up in Newburgh, for real. Ain't no place like it. I've been all over the world. Ain't no place like Newburgh.
No. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
So, you know, went to college or whatever.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to NFA.
No, after NFA.
After NFA, I went to John Jay.
Okay.
I went to John Jay. It took me a minute, but I got there. So
good for you,
John Jay.
Actually, you went to OC first.
Oh, yes, I did. You're right, Mo. I went to OCC.
I think I went to OC. I went to OC for a year. I slept on the couch a whole year at OC. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
I went to while I was in OC. I was cutting hair, personality barbershop.
Okay.
Thank you, Mo.
Mr. Hubbard. Mr.
Hubbard.
Hubbard.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for reminding me, Mo. I be skipping over stuff.
Daryl Burns.
Hey, James, remember that night we jumped out on Daryl up at NFA when he was driving up behind us and we all jumped out the car on him out of the Churchmobile? No? Okay, we're going to keep going. Next story. Can we talk
was
about
that after Cisco?
Oh, Billy Ray was there with you too, right?
Probably.
Ray. It was Billy Ray and Chase.
Yo.
Oh, word?
Right, I remember all of them.
Wow.
Daryl wasn't with us. That person out with
Daryl was there before you because he was there with Piz.
He was there with Brian Stanley. With you started, I'll finish it. You started, I'll finish it.
Yo, wow, Newburgh, man.
Yeah, so I got my barber's license. I still have it. So when I'm finished all of this, I can open up a shop if I desire. Just different.
You retire
trades.
soon, right?
I can retire now.
Really?
But I'm actually gonna stay on a little bit more. Stack up a little bit.
So tell them what you're doing, man. Tell them what you're doing right now.
So I was the my contract actually ended August 1st. So I was the senior advisor to the City of Newburgh Police Department, which dealt with the Executive Order 203. That's reforming the community policies, different things like that, so they can have a better relationship between the community and the police department, policies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so I was an advisor helping the chief of police at the time to come up with different reformation of policies, like canine policies, use of force. But you can't trump the law. The law is the law, but you can reform or modify how you deal with the public. So that was one of the things that I did as far as with that. But before that, I was in Rockland. Did Rockland? I was with the Rockland DA for a little bit. Our cousin Ivan got me in.
All right.
And then went to Orange County Sheriff's Department for like 3 months. And then went to town of Walk Hill, where I became community policing, first African-American detective, and started the bureau. First African-American sergeant, first African-American detective sergeant, and first detective sergeant, and first African-American lieutenant. So I made history as far as with that right now. My last step before I retire, I want to become chief. If God allows it, you know what I mean? That's my goal. He might have another plan, but hopefully he allowed me to do this thus far. So hopefully he'll allow me to accomplish that. And then, after that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to travel. I really want to travel. I want to concentrate on, ministering worldwide, and then, different things like that. I really want to travel with my wife. That's what I wanted to do. I've been married 21 years, 4 kids. I was working. She bought a dog. So we have a dog. I was working. She bought a cat. So we had a cat.
Wait, you still have that crazy Doberman?
That's another story.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Another story. Another story.
Oh, man.
Hey, for the record, Rob, we super duper proud of you, bro.
Super duper.
Right. In case you haven't heard, man.
Yo, you're a superhero in our crew, man. You're doing things that we wish we could do. And you preach like a madman.
Yo, he preached like a madman. He's like, see, he didn't even mention the fact that he's a prolific preacher.
Prolific. Prolific.
And sometimes he thinks he can dress. I mean, there's some stuff that you put on, like, well, Rob, what you wearing, man? But
see, that's where wealth sometimes looks like.
Nah, I like to stay a little current. Okay, I like to stay a little current, but I like wearing my sneakers, man.
I hear that.
I mean? I wear my sneakers, my Timbs, my t-shirt. Listen, I'm into just going to Target, getting some black t-shirts, and wearing my black t-shirts. That's it. People be thinking it's Gucci and Armani and stuff. It's Target, bro.
Here comes.
Well, the only reason why he's touting Target is because he got an endorsement deal with his family.
Right.
Let's not skip that. Let's not skip Target commercials.
Yo, Brandon, how many headsets? Hold on, Brandon.
In Elizabethtown, like.
Hey, Brandon, you do know we're live, right? So every noise you make, everybody can hear you worldwide right now.
Oh, I know exactly. I know exactly what's going on. What's going on, y'all?
What's up, Brandon?
Maestro?
How y'all doing?
Yo, I'm digging the yellow polka dot chair, kid. Nobody does it like you.
That's hilarious.
We just want to say that Brandon is our blood cousin.
Our first cousin.
From our granddaddy.
From our granddaddy. He's our granddaddy.
From Elder Williams. Amen. But we're not gonna go there today.
We didn't even say any names.
I can say it because I am that's my grandfather. But that's our
he's my grandfather too. What are you talking about?
That's our brother. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, this is the deacon boy. We just bringing it up. That's we gave shout out.
Amen. Hallelujah.
How that happened?
Wait a second. The fact that James is like pointing to people, he's like, no, that's your grandfather, and your grandfather.
It's your granddaddy.
Listen, we represent it in the fullness tonight. Come on now.
I got one more friend I can call on here. I can call on here.
Wait a second. Who you bringing on here, man? Who you bringing on here? Send the link.
Listen, what is the objective for tonight? What are we talking about?
He's about to get to you.
Rob. We were talking about just growing up in Newburgh, living in Newburgh, all that stuff. If you were here earlier during, the pre-broadcast, you would have known what we were talking about. But let me guess, you were either at the gym or you were eating. Which one were you doing?
I just got home from rehearsal.
Okay. Well, you were working. All right. Okay. All right.
Hey, you got to make that money.
You got to make that money.
You got to pay for them yellow polka dots. You got to pay for it.
I mean, hey, before we leave, I'm a hook you in Hasseluk because that's another stream of income too. You can get for playing for the Reverend Bishop Hassel down there. He got 5 churches now. He can need orders.
All right.
And you know what? Y'all talk about the heroes. This man right here is like the man. Nah, I ain't changing it. I'm for real. Like you the man. Man,
I'm literally I'm floating on the folk I know, and it's these 5 people on this line right now.
Bro, you a great man.
I be dropping your names like yo, I know. I know. Man. But you know what? Let me stop with the false humility and really. The Newburgh, when we were there was something special happening that prepared all of us for what we're doing right now in life. And the truth is ain't no community like our community was back in those days. The churches were integrated. The music was flourishing. And though we weren't in the city, though we weren't in the mix that everything was happening, we found a way to make great music, to make great community in the 6th borough, in Crack Alley, in the midst of all that they were saying. We was the 6th borough.
Murder, death, kill.
Yeah.
and I still say Soul Saving was still the best choir.
Most definitely.
Please,
I don't care what nobody say.
Hop in there. We're gonna really put some heat to
that. Let's put some heat to it. Let's put some heat to it right now. Let's just go ahead and put it out there.
Let me put a disclaimer. I went to Ebba Skeezer. I went to Ebenezer.
Man, don't start.
But the fact that all the churches had nicknames is proof that we was embedded in that thing.
Yeah, them niggas at Ebenezer was right, boy.
I didn't say nothing about Beulah, little Beulah.
I said Ebenezer, not Beulah.
I'm saying Little Beulah.
That's where you came. That's what we used to call your dad's church, Little Beulah.
Oh, Little Beulah,
yeah. Because Brandon, I remember when you couldn't touch the pedals and you was playing. I mean, before you was the beast,
Lord,
I remember Granddaddy used to. Our granddaddy
We know who you're talking about.
I was supposed to take over the church, but I don't know.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
We're at Soul Slaver Station.
Yo, Rob, why you do that, man? Why you do that, man? I mean, first of all, it's not too late. It's not too late because
it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, listen.
No. I'm just joking, y'all.
People gotta understand the whole proclivities and things that happened at Soul Saving was a whole other story.
Hold up, Brandon. We're not talking about that right now. But watch this. But watch this. I'm ready to be greasy.
I was still on the drum.
I'm ready to be greasy right now. You could take it over because Marcus don't want it. I'm being greasy. I'm sorry. Yo, this is gonna be
at this clip right here. When you show this clip, I want you to put the sound of boink boink as my eyes is blinking.
Yo.
You can do the sound over here.
Yo, listen.
Nah, bro. God done moved me into a different realm.
Listen, stuff is better. But what we're not gonna do is dig up old bones. Stuff happens.
No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Listen, stuff happens.
Hey Brandon, Hey Brandon, we're not even talking about that. Really, he faded out. Listen, we're really talking about the Ave in Newburgh, how growing up in Newburgh. We're talking about Rob preaching, and him what he's doing, and then I'm going to get to you, and so you can tell. Happens, you can. Ain't nobody care about that. And then I'm going to talk about you. We're going to talk about you and what you're doing right now up in Newburgh and in the city, and. I know you don't play too much in Newburgh any longer, but you're a prolific musician.
I live in Wappers now. I no longer live in Newburgh.
But you come out of that Newburgh tradition of beast musicians, because there are a lot of beast musicians that are in Newburgh that have come out of Newburgh. That some are known, some aren't known. Like Wiz. Yo, a lot of people don't know Wiz, but Wiz is a genius musician, genius producer.
And all of them from Deshaun,
all of them.
Tamisha, Tamara,
monsters.
Stable. He got
even the ones he didn't have, they still
right.
Like it's in his genes, basically.
Right. Like we had Tony Hibbert up here last week, which was incredible. He's another. Tony. Yo, he actually showed up
to come on here.
Yo, that's exactly what we said last week. It took him 25 years to be able to hang out with us.
He wanted to hang out.
Tone hung out with us. Tony hung out with us too. Latoya hung out with us last week. So Newburgh has a and even going back to and I saw a picture of George Butler. He cultivated a lot of us last weekend. Rest in peace to Chauncey Best, who was another genius that came out of Newburgh on the keys, and Milton Best and the whole Best family.
Wait, I got to throw a name in there that you tried to skip over. You tried to skip over Grace Bowles. You can't skip over Grace Bowles.
I was not going to skip
over Grace Bowles.
I was not going to skip over Mrs. Bowles because I love Miss Bowles.
Kicking me out.
Oh, she kicked me out too.
Every class,
every one of us out.
Yeah, that was an instant. I mean, we all got kicked out every day. We were getting kicked out of.
She didn't kick you out if you weren't gifted. It was a way.
That's what it was. That's a great spin on it.
It's a great spin. Yeah. She kicked us out. So somebody tag her in there. Let her know we bigged up her. We gave her props because
we love her.
Miss Bowles, Miss Bowles. I appreciate you if you're listening. I didn't appreciate the fact that you made my parents come up to the school to talk to you, and you could have just talked to them at the church, whatever church. You had to do that to me. You have to do that to us, but we appreciate.
Bishop Woody, he was my in-school suspension teacher at North High.
I always I know we call him Bishop Woody, but I grew up next door to him, so he was always Jeff to me, and he was like the camp counselor. Yeah. Jeff was the older. He was like our older brother growing up on Chambers Street, man. Which is a whole nother.
Bishop.
He's a bishop now. He's the bishop.
He's the bishop.
The bishop. Jeff Woody. But Newburgh was an interesting place, man. Yeah. So we talked about the Tawana Brawley thing earlier tonight, which was crazy. We talked about we didn't bring up the Churchmobile. So James, Dr. Hassel had this blue Datsun 210.
1982 210 Datsun hatchback
with no muffler and no radio.
No, I had a radio, but my friend put it in. He put it in wrong with no ground. So every time you open the door, you got shot.
and so yo, listen. So we called the car. So they called the car the Churchmobile because we were always trying to hang out.
It had "I Love Jesus" on the back.
It had "I Love Jesus."
Come on, I love Jesus.
But
even though
car originally came from Sir, right?
Yeah, that was my dad's car.
Yeah, that was Sir's car.
He bought it for me, but he tried to play like he didn't buy it for me. My dad, he spoiled me.
Rest in peace, Sir. So look, it said "I love Jesus" on the back, and we were sitting in the trunk. And listen, everything that I'm saying here allegedly happened almost 30 years ago. So judge your mother.
More than 30 years. More than 30 years.
So judge your mother when I say this. Judge your mother. So we were sitting in the back, and we doing what teenagers do, drinking 40 ounces. Back then it was Cisco. I don't know why. Old English. And this is before St. Ides and Old English, and it was the nastiest. So they called the car the Churchmobile.
Y'all didn't do Mad Dog 2020?
No, that was special nights. That was special occasions. That was special occasions when we were hanging out by. Didn't Ware go to Soul Saving Station too, Mr. Ware? Yeah. So we was by his liquor store, the Pentecostal Deacon.
Okay. See how you did that?
You threw
right. You see how you did that? I know. We're not going to talk about the stuff that the Baptist preachers is doing.
Man, listen.
Right?
I'm just saying that's when we had MD 2020. It was only when we was at Mr. Ware's, when we was hanging out there in between shootings at the cemetery.
The cemetery was the cemetery on South Street by Pop's Paradise.
Yeah,
so we throwing out all the old names of the stores and McAdoo's. That's the only place
you better talk about all these stores that I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, you don't know McAdoo's?
That's because Brandon is like 5.
Right, he was way younger than that.
Right, you couldn't even touch your feet. Couldn't touch the pedals back then.
you in your early 30s, right? Brandon, in your early.
Yeah, I'm 32.
Right?
I'm 32.
32. Yeah.
I don't know about these stores.
Yeah,
come on, B.
So it's you. Your generation is you like 8 years younger than Rob, right? You be 40 soon.
Rob, you're like 42, right? Rob is like 45.
Robert.
Right, so Robert only 5 years younger than us.
Right, Rob's not that much older. Yeah, because
even though cousin look young, he don't look his age, but still.
So we're not name dropping when we say this. We're not name dropping. We really know these people. They're related. But Brandon and Jordan are the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon and Jordan are the same age, and then Jonathan is a couple of years older than them.
Jonathan is like 40.
Jonathan's that old? Yeah, he gonna be mad. Jonathan.
Yeah, when I came back from college and I seen John on the Ave, I was like,
why are you talking around like that?
Like
lying about his age, but he should be about 40.
Oh, wow.
Like my guy.
Hysterical. So guy. So listen. So
what's his stage name again?
Oh, that's Jordan.
Oh, that's Jordan.
That's Jordan.
Partisan Fontaine.
Partisan Fontaine. Yeah, that's his name. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, his father sang with the Sensational Wonders.
No, the Mighty Jubileers. The Mighty Jubileers. Yeah, the Mighty Jubileers.
You know that was House of Joy.
House of Jokes. House of Joy and the Mighty Jubileers.
They knew how to move it though. They knew how to move some air, boy.
Yeah.
Dante, you know you love that music.
I love quartet. I like quartet music now because gospel music is trash. Gospel music is straight trash. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just saying it's trash.
Okay, wait. I want to hear Rob's take on this one. I want to hear Rob's take on this one.
Turn the lights on.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yo, because Rob is a contemporary pastor, and so I want to know, because I'm old school. I want to know his take on this CCM gospel conspiracy kind of. What's the deal?
Did he say CCM gospel conspiracy?
Yeah.
Like the lyrics.
Oh Lord.
I'll switch the songs around. That's what I'll do. I'll take the CCM song, switch it around, make it work.
You dip it in chocolate. I will dip it, bro.
I'll make sure it drip.
So Brandon, you
playing lightness.
So you got on the shirt for my boy. You know, he's a very
Rich.
good friend of mine.
That's
Rich is a very, very good friend of mine. Yeah. He's got these hits coming out right now. You play for him?
Absolutely. I don't play for him, but I play his music. I do. I do play his music.
So is he CCM?
I mean, honestly, I mean, you can say he is, but then again, I never classified him as that, honestly.
What do you classify him as? Is he gospel? Is he gospel artist?
I never thought about it.
That's what I'm asking you now.
Right.
You are so involved in the industry. Your opinion means something. And now that you think about it,
the thing about it is, like, you can classify him as CCM, like, you know, but he does have some songs in there that are churchy that you could use in a Pentecostal church and things like that. But I mean,
we sing his stuff. I sing his. Come on, that
me too.
Isn't he beautiful?
Me too.
But that's country music. It's
a whole
it's country
wave.
music.
Yeah,
it's country music.
It's
country music. You know, it's country music.
That cross.
You know, and so gospel has always been able to integrate that. But my problem is that the lines are drawn so strong on the CCM stations, but not on the gospel stations, and it irritates me because cultural appropriation, it just ain't fair.
Sure.
I watched a video of Ray Charles, and interviewer asked him about Elvis. He's like, well, I really never thought of it. His music wasn't good enough for me to even have an opinion. That's what Ray Charles said. He says he took our music that we have been singing for years. Black people wrote "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog," and so it didn't impress us that a white guy was shaking his hips because we have been shaking our hips for centuries. But that cultural appropriation it's offensive. And and I told this story last time about, you know, of course, Bill Gaither, you know, he wrote Jesus, You're the Center of My Joy. But Total Praise, you know, the CCM stations wouldn't play it until Brooklyn Tab sang it.
Yeah, it's a lot of crap and a lot of red tape, a lot of foolishness.
Racist racist stuff.
So let me ask you,
sugar honey iced tea. Yes.
So Brandon, let me ask you, because you play with some of everyone. I know you do a lot of work with Damian Sneed, and you did some work with what's my man Ernest Pugh. What's your feel like as a piano player, as an organist? You know, what are you more? Do you lean more CCM? Do you lean more, you know, gospel? Are you more jazz? What's your feel like these days?
Well, in regards to my feel, I'm the type of person, honestly, that wherever I'm needed in whatever style that I got to fit in, I adapt to that atmosphere, and then I just go right ahead and just play whatever's needed at that time, or whatever is actually needed for the atmosphere is what I will give. And, you know, at the end of the day, still, I'm churchy. I'm always going to be churchy.
All right.
You know, especially when it comes to improv chords, like, you know, I follow, like, you know, certain guidelines of jazz standards, but not as heavy. But I'm a churchy musician, but whatever the job description calls for, I'll give that.
Right, that's how you pay your bill.
I'm about to say he's gonna make that coin. He's make that coin.
He's definitely.
But do you ever sit in a service and be like, "Yo, I can't stand this music"?
Yes, I have. But I said, you know what? I got to do what I got to do, and you know, just give God praise of the process. And you know, sometimes you got to deal with flack, with attitudes, and and then go home. You know, that's why I'm.
I wish I had that skill level as a musician, because musicians make more than pastors right now.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oops.
Really?
I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that before. Cut it out. How you gonna have? All right, I'm not talking about James. Mo, cut it out. Listen, there's no way. There's no way. You really think that?
Yo, look at the church budgets. The musician's budget is higher than the teaching and preaching budget. It's more than the mortgage. It's more than the lights.
That probably depends on the church that you go to. I wouldn't say every church is like that.
Brandon.
Here he comes. Here he comes. He's sitting up.
Yeah, you don't woke him up now.
You don't
I'm just saying.
You don't woke something up in him.
Brandon, I came online with this question because musicians, when I was growing up,
Mo, why
I know people don't want to hear this.
Here come Andrew talking about it's true. It's not true, Andrew. Cut it out.
It's true. And that's a bishop who has staff. We pay our staff more than we get paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's ridiculous because we can play.
Why is allegedly still? Somebody just flashed allegedly across the screen.
Allegedly.
Somebody just flashed allegedly across the screen.
Can we see the comment? Oh, we can see the comments.
Yeah, you can see the comments. Yeah, they're there.
Oh, okay. Oh, there they go.
I mean, well, why is it? Maurice, stop going in and out of camera, man. What you doing? I mean, you found like playing with a new toy. What's going on? Never mind. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
I needed to fix it.
Don't answer that.
So, but what I'm saying is,
I kind of agree. I agree with you.
And you're a pastor. You got a pastor here. You got pastors in the chat, and we know what our budgets are. And what if we don't draw the kind of salaries and stuff because we're trying to operate, but the musicians make us look like we cheap, and they don't even know what we get paid. They don't even know. And they were like, well, I need this, and they don't want to do rehearsals. They want to show up. They don't practice. They're just floating on their gift.
Because that depends on the musician.
Okay, so let's
because you have a lot of musicians out here. No, because you do have a lot of musicians that are lazy, but you can't put every musician in the same category as someone that don't practice and lazy and don't practice the craft, won't go to school. Won't really.
I'm talking about having choir rehearsal, teaching the parts, and having singers. They don't want choirs. They want a little praise team. And I do all of that. I gotta play the praise team. I gotta listen. I'm saying, but you know what? It's because of where you came from.
All that though.
Yeah, because you talking to somebody that teach the parts, that lead praise and worship, that prepare the performance tracks so the band can sound full on Sundays. I do all of that. Clone yourself. I really do all of that. I just posted a video from Sunday, and but see, there's the difference because with me, I like to teach parts and do stuff like that. I like to sing and play, and but it's a different.
You're a trained that way
nowadays. What is a legitimate?
Depends on where you are.
It depends on where you are because. Yeah, Maurice. It really depends on because you play. You a whole musician, producer, all of that. So it's like you're not foreign to this either. Well, nobody on this line is foreign to this. But it's
not
like
one of us on this call
not one of us.
But I mean, it really depends on the church and what they can do.
Can I beat my drum? Can I beat my drum? Let me beat my drum. Here's my drum. If and Vincent Crawford said it, there are musicians that play for 10 different churches. If I was a musician, that would be my run right now. I could make 10,000 a Sunday.
I'm kind of wondering why you're taking it because I know you gotta be making a bread.
Yo, wait a second.
Is not slim. I know you everywhere, Brandon.
Ask Andrew. Bishop Best is on here. Ask Bishop Best. I know the skill level he plays at. He plays at the same skill level.
I mean, Drew.
Drew. I know he could make a grip.
Hey, Cleveland. Thank you, Cleveland. Tell them, Cleveland, drummers don't get paid that much. Drummers never get paid.
Hold on.
You don't get paid that much. I ain't get paid.
I played that so.
But it depends though because you know what? In the city though. Hold on. Because in the city. New York City, I know drummers right now that's making like $1,200 and $1,300 a week playing the drums.
Okay, but in Newburgh, all my life, I ain't never got paid.
I
ain't never had a
but it's a difference up here.
Appreciation service.
People up here don't like to pay their coin. They don't.
But Brandon, hold on. Dante, you used to play the drums too. I ain't get not one dime.
I barely got a drum head paid for by the Minister of Music at Beulah. At best.
Wait, I was
give me
listening to music.
No, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Yo, you never paid me a dime at Beulah. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Yo.
You see how you threw me under the bus?
Yo, I didn't even say who you were. I just said,
Wait, they ain't paying you. They Baptist.
Yo, the Baptist church would pay the drummers.
You know
back
what
then.
They paid me. I had 7 choirs. You know what I got paid at Beulah? You know what I got paid at Beulah every week with 7 choirs.
$75.
$350. That's so $75 a choir.
$75 a choir. Hey, all they did, they paid the organist and the funky choir director.
But let me say this.
But here's the thing too, though, because nowadays too,
it didn't work that way.
It didn't graduate to nothing. I worked in the office.
But there's churches too nowadays too where singers and musicians get paid. Now up here, it's not common like that. But as you go towards the city, especially Abyssinian singers and musicians get paid.
They got what I'm saying.
Abyssinian is another beast, though. You know that. Calvin Butts and all of them, they got a $300,000 budget for the music ministry, so, and that's a different animal. But what I'm saying is that the equity between musicians and pastors in the average church is 75 members. That's the average church. I know everybody want to be mega churches, but the average church in America is 75 members. And from that budget, from that 75 members, the majority of the money is going to the musicians. Mm-hmm. And they don't need a building without their money.
Hey, Dante, our cousin Israel said musicians didn't get paid at Soul Saving Station. I agree. I said I never got paid all them years. I want my drums back too. I want my drums back.
I want my drums back too.
I want everything back. I ain't get paid.
I want my drums back too.
But the organist, Mo, the organist got paid. They got appreciation service. All I got was a peppermint or a
what's so funny though?
The funny thing about it,
and I got Sister Gear walking around like this. Sister Gear walking around like this the whole time.
I never had one service like that.
Yo, Mother Gear walking around like this all the time, yo.
And I got a spanking because I wasn't supposed to eat them sour balls, and I choked on one in church. And they spanked me for that. She got me in trouble.
Adrian is like, it was the family business. Thank you. I got help from the bishop. I needed help. Get him out the comments. Get him on the screen.
Because I'm pretty sure Bishop got paid. I mean, not paid. Not. Let me change that. Got an appreciation service. I ain't getting no appreciation service. I ain't getting nothing. And now that I think about it, I'm mad.
Yeah.
I never got one either.
But we know. Listen. We know.
Year, I was coming back and forth to Soul Saving Station from here, and they were taking care of me.
But that's because
Soul Saving Station.
This was good. I had to jump in. This was so good.
They had to take care.
Y'all know I play for my dad, and
we know you didn't get no money.
He didn't pay me, Doc. He didn't pay me till I was about maybe 12 or 13. And he started paying me like $300 a week.
Stop! Wait a second! You 12 years old. You 12 and 13 making $300 a week. You were rich.
I was 13 when I got my first check. But it wasn't $300. It was
hold up. Yo, Drew, you was getting paid $300. What was Cleveland getting paid?
I don't think Cleve got paid. Well,
Cleve didn't get no money.
You see?
Cleve didn't get no money. The disrespect.
I'm with you, Cleve. Oh,
it's like what did Cleve get? He didn't get nothing.
We get no
drummer song.
Cleve was like one of the trustees. He was doing stuff on like a different part of the church, even though he was still playing drums. So, he was handling the money.
At 12 and 13, you were making $300 a week. Negro, you were rich. You were rich at 13.
No, I didn't get rich till I started playing for Roy Brown. That's when I got rich.
Where were you playing for Roy Brown? Where was Roy Brown?
I played for Roy Brown in...
That's in Brooklyn?
95, 96. It was me, Stanley, Jeff Davis.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
You was with the big dogs.
Oh my God. And I was 19 years old making $800 a week, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's right before Stan went to Pilgrim Church of Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
No, that he went to Allen like a little bit after that.
Yo, I know the deal he
Good old
got out of
Allen
Allen.
Cathedral.
That deal he got out of Allen is crazy.
Oh, it's
he
crazy.
got equity.
Because he married the pastor's daughter.
That's how they described it.
Why you gotta? I mean, why you putting him out there like that, man?
No, I'm just saying that's how they described his deal.
Right.
They described his deal as an equity deal.
An equity deal.
Pay me in equity.
Pay me in Kodak.
Paid in church. Y'all wonder why I went to the street.
Down here in the DMV, down here in the DMV, the drummers make good money down here.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What's the name? What's the name is down there, right? Who's a Brandon? What's the name? Macklin, right?
I do remember that, Vincent.
But he just became MD for a TV show.
Oh, really? Okay.
So he's doing good. The guy named Dwayne, what's the dude that played for Israel? I can't think of his name.
The drummer?
Take 80,000, 90,000, 100,000.
Who, the drummer?
Yo, these drummers making 90,000. Yo, Mike Clemens?
Mike Clemens?
Mike Clemens?
Yep.
Oh, man, let me get my...
They making it, Doc.
Man, let me start practicing again.
Dante only got the offbeat.
That's it. Yeah. But I can play in all my keys though. No, like a lot of these jokers, I can play in all my keys. All right. Ain't no transposing. I saw somebody had a transpose on their daggone organ. Okay. Somebody had a
Ebenezer. But if I transpose, Wyatt would hit me in the knuckles.
Cheat.
Oh, you know who else didn't throw in the mix too?
The musicians are making more than the pastors. That's the truth. That is the truth, man.
And they don't gotta counsel nobody. They ain't gotta pray for nobody. They ain't gotta do They ain't gotta do nothing. Just show up, play a couple notes.
No, because you know what's so crazy in my church. I got a lot of times they have me pray before the service starts.
Exactly.
Not because you can pray.
I'm trying to understand what Brandon's saying. Is Brandon saying he does what the pastor does enough to get paid?
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying I'm doing what the pastor does. I'm saying there's a lot more as a musician that I do that a lot of these musicians aren't doing and refuse to do.
Right.
So let me ask you this, B. I'm gonna get greasy.
Got y'all.
Don't get greasy with my coin because ain't nobody.
Nah. Look what Vincent said. He said y'all when the sermon start, y'all leave and go in the back. What y'all doing?
Come on, Deacon Vincent. He is on the deacon board.
You see, Vincent, why you got to play? Why you? First of all,
doing back
at one time, Bottoms got us. One time, that was the only time I ever left. And he was in the middle of a sermon. He was like, "Go downstairs and get him." I was like, I never left, but I know he hated old boy. Yo, every Sunday, old boy did that. Yo, he hated him.
Blasted him.
Y'all saw the video of Bishop Morton put his.
Morton did it.
But dude walked up behind Morton's like, how you gonna walk up on the stage behind Morton all across the pulpit, Negro? What are you doing?
Molly said Glenn Gibson gets paid more than my overseer.
Oh wow.
Yo, can I say something that's real controversial? I'm going to say something that's real controversial. Y'all going to be mad.
Allegedly.
Hold on.
Allegedly up there.
And this is from the desk of Dante Jackson and Dante Jackson only. I like Glenn. I like Glenn Gibson. Glenn is
one of my favorites.
Glenn is a beast. But these young New York jokers hyped him up so much that the first time I heard him play, I was like, I know dudes, this is way nicer.
Glenn is a fine man. I love Glenn.
What do you mean nah?
I love the way Glenn.
Yo, there's some dudes right here on this podcast that are nicer than Glenn.
I agree, but Doctor,
he's nice.
How you do that fade?
Yo, James, why you faded out?
Glenn
is a
beast of a musician.
How you fade out?
He's an issue.
Glenn
will give a lot of these niggas a run from it. Will give a lot of these niggas a run for his money.
Will you stop saying the N-word? I can't get, you're gonna block me up and I have to break this as dirty. It's the Deacon program. We gotta rate it as dirty because you saying I gotta go and edit that out.
You can't monetize it.
I ride with Brandon on this. Glenn may not be some people's favorite or whatever.
He's nice. Don't get me wrong. He's nice.
Walk behind just about anybody.
Yo, I know somebody, but
Karen Clark. I don't know who else you need to walk behind.
Hey, yo,
man,
but let me tell y'all.
Notes. He got 16th notes. That's so cool. You can't complain.
I have a video clip though. I have a video clip, and Hassel, you were there, and I don't know, Andrew. I don't know if y'all had made it there or not. There's this cat. There's this cat.
Blonde dude from LA.
Yo, from LA. Yo, this cat got up, and I'm not gonna name. Yo, but they were like,
that was harmonic. But see, that was harmonic. That wasn't chops.
No, it wasn't chops.
That was harmony, and he was playing behind Peter Collins.
And he was matching Peter Collins note for note.
Collins crazy.
Were you there that night, Andrew? This was we were out at NAMM at the
yes.
I don't want to name no names. We were out of that event, and they were igging him.
But it was Kev and Doobie and Gibson. All of them was on the stage. They were all on the stage though,
right?
And they was clowning my man.
Once he got on the key.
Hey, nah. You remember when Doobie was trying to work him? I guess Doobie didn't think he was gonna keep up with them. My homeboy kept up with Doobie note for note. He was like, well, yeah, he ain't gonna get me.
Yo, he smashed. He smashed that harmonic beat. I'm saying I don't play in that stratosphere. I got algebra. That's some calculus y'all dudes be playing. Vincent Crawford is crazy. Yo, who had the best church dinners? If I walk in and don't smell church grease, y'all can't cook. Best Temple. Best Temple had the best church grease. Best Temple had the best church grease ever. That's a given.
I heard Glenn.
Best Temple. Best. That's all Best Temple had.
I heard
that's it. Yo, Best Temple that had no choir. Their choir couldn't hang with Soul Saving. And
I think Andrew gonna say something powerful right now.
No. I was saying I heard Glenn online, but then I met him. Lord.
Right.
Lord Jesus. God.
I mean, listen, Glenn. Yo, he's a beast. He can play. He's a beast. He's a beast. But they hyped him up so much.
He played for me at the state convention for 5 years. Him and Gene Tolbert and that whole crew. Yo, they clean.
Good God. Good God.
Yo, I mean,
they church musicians.
Yeah,
they're not trying to be nothing else.
Now they are church musicians. I will give them that. They are definitely churchy. But listen, all right. So let me go ahead and throw this out there right now because we talking about Newburgh, New York people. I don't want to hear nobody. I don't care who you tag. You can tag Jeff. You can tag Dell. You can tag Gilbert. You can tag the whole Best family. I don't care. You tell them. There's no way in the world the Best Simple Choir was hanging with Soul Saving Stations Choir. Now, musicians, y'all probably got it. Y'all had Milton. Y'all had Gordon. Yo, I give y'all that. But singing, y'all ain't. Mo, am I lying?
No. Yeah, but our musicians were still killing though.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't killing.
Okay.
Yeah. Your father.
Wait, who was playing for y'all?
Mike Senior.
Wait, that's not
the baddest musician.
Pastor Hassel, you are messy.
Yeah, he messy. He messy.
People that was on the
best musicians in Newburgh that never got his just due was Chauncey Best, yo.
Oh no, we gave him his due. We gave him his just due earlier.
We gave him
he was, and I wish he would have taught me, but I could never catch him. He was just all over the place, man.
What?
No, Chauncey was the maestro.
Oh, let me slap one more in there that I know nobody gonna say nothing about. You know who else was crazy nice? Dale.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Who?
True.
Dale
Best.
She played?
What?
Hey. She was nice on the organ.
Yo, she was nice, yo. She is nice.
He's right.
She is nice, yo.
Wait a minute, wait. Didn't she play at Soul Saving Station too?
No, I don't remember her playing the Soul.
I thought you were talking about some dark skinned lady.
Dale Best, Joe. What's the name? Borden. Dale Borden. I'm sorry.
Dale Borden.
Yeah. Borden. Yeah, her name is Borden.
I didn't know she played.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. She came before.
Now,
she came before Mark. She came before Milton. She came before.
Right.
She came before Paul. She came before all of them. Man, she was.
Is she better than Paul? She better than Paul?
She could do it.
Oh my God, Jay.
She could hold her own.
She could do it.
I never heard her play. I don't know.
Now
Back
this
in the
is gonna
day,
be
she was
the
nice.
lady who used to play for Soul Saving.
Wait, your
Ursula.
brother said he ain't know she played either. Drew.
Cleve said she didn't know I knew she could play.
And they had a Fender Rhodes in the basement of Dr.
Right. So I knew that she could play because Curtis, I used to go there with Curtis, and they had a Fender Rhodes and they had a Moog.
Yes.
They had a Moog like, back, and this is back in like the 80s. They had a Moog and a Fender Rhodes right there.
I didn't play, but I sure enough liked what's the girl's name?
Yo, hold on. Yo, I will never ever forget Andre Bennett because Daniel was in the comments right here and he said, "Don't forget Andre Bennett."
Yeah,
let me tell you something, man. Andre,
yes,
when we were at NFA, when Andre first started playing, man, he came a long way, man. And rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to
my dude, man.
God bless his family, man.
He played for Bethel.
Yeah, he played for Bethel.
Poughkeepsie.
He gave them a whole
business.
Yes, he did. He was a good dude too. You know what I'm saying?
And Vincent was also talking about Bogan.
Oh, Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie Bogan. All right, with the pipe organ. Reggie Bogan was the first dude I knew
he could play that Rogers. He could play that Rogers.
Right. He played the organ.
He could play period too.
Yeah, he was nice.
So at Soul Saving, there was let's see, who was there? Oh, my pops was there.
Your pops was there.
Macklemore Senior was there. Ursula was there.
Was it Cherry Williams?
No, Hattie Mae was there.
Hattie Mae.
Yes.
Hattie Mae was there. And then, of course, my pop started playing for all the Baptist churches. He was on the Baptist circuit in Newburgh for years. So that's how to get that. How to get that money. Hallelujah.
Yes, sir.
Get the money.
So
yeah, because everybody wasn't getting paid $300 at 12 years old.
Nah, everybody wasn't getting paid $300. Yo, we're not gonna let that go. I'm mad, yo. I'm like, you get paid $300 at 12, but you complaining? Man, come on, man.
Shoot.
In the 80s, yo, he was buying all the flavored leaves at Playtogs.
National Hotel liquidated. National Hotel.
He was at Playtogs buying up all the flavored leaves.
Jeans.
While I was shopping at Value City.
Hysterical. Yeah.
Up there by Longworth.
I remember Lloyd.
Yo, listen. Do y'all know? Y'all remember when Lloyd's gas station burned down back in the day?
Yeah.
Yo, that was my grandfather.
Why would I store that? Your
my
grandfather burned it down?
Yo, he drove in there too quick and ran over the gas. Somebody left the gas line on the floor on the ground.
Which grandfather?
My mother's father, Mitchell.
Yo, you stupid.
Pastor Elliott.
Yo, you stupid.
Yo, listen. I heard him.
You heard him?
He tried to be. He's trying to be grimy. He's trying to be. Oh, my mother's talking about don't talk about him. My mother's talking about don't talk about him. Andrew, don't even
going back there.
Yo, we're not doing that, man. We ain't doing that tonight.
Back there. Y'all gonna leave my blood alone.
Yo, James, you're an idiot. Okay, you're an idiot.
Fade.
We gonna fade to black. Yo, this. Yo, listen, but real talk. Yo, he ran over the gas line and the gas station burned to a crisp. But I love my grandfather.
I can't stand you.
I love the ones that I knew and the ones that I knew.
That's the Lord.
The ones that I knew, the ones that I knew, right?
Yeah, the ones that I knew.
Best Simple in Saving Station. But Drew, your church was in Middletown, though.
Right.
Right. I left Newburgh. I was like 5 years old, but we came back all the time.
I mean, your grandmother lived across the street from me, so yeah, you were always there.
I lived on Chambers, and then my other grandmother lived
on Forsyth on my street.
No, that was my grandfather.
Oh, right, he lived on my street.
Yeah, so my grandmother lived on West Parmenter, and grandfather lived on
West Parmenter.
Wow. Yeah.
And we used to come to Maurice's house.
My mother used to babysit
when I was a kid and watch the Great Space Coaster before we went to school. At Maurice's house. You remember that?
I just always was like, how did we all kind of like lose touch? Because like my mom was babysitting the whole family. So it was like, it was right there.
Cousin Adrian said,
here's another reason why I know like some of us aren't blood, but it's like that's how I see y'all like family. You know what I mean?
Forsyth Place.
So, my grandfather lived on the end of the street with the Bonneville on the end.
On the end. He ran the block. My number one.
No, that was my grandfather's house, number one. The yellow house on the block.
Corner.
Yeah, that was my Williams was on the corner. Yeah. And then with the Cadillac, with the German Shepherd, with King, the German Shepherd.
Have mercy.
King, see, I remember that dog.
Yo, he was mean, yo, King was mean, yo.
I forgot your grandfather lived on West Street.
Yeah, man. Yep. So, yo, now we can't not talk about churchiness in Newburgh without mentioning our boy. Now, listen, I'm not gonna front. He put us on, yo. My man put us on. I loved him. He was my dude, Ralph E. Harris. That was my dude. Wow. Yo, listen, man. Yo, Ralph. Yo, we can sit back and laugh now, but Ralph came with songs. Ralph came with songs 100.
Pastor Hassel's face, though.
Yeah, I know, because we can't. Yeah, Ralph came with us to Chicago. Yeah, the things that we just can't say. Hey, but Ralph came with us to Chicago, man. Ralph fronted songs 100 to do studio time. He paid for our studio time. In New York, when we did that tape, he believed in us, even though we were, a bunch of idiots at that time. We were out doing a whole bunch of stuff we shouldn't have been doing, but he believed in us, and he covered for us a lot. So,
remember we was at the restaurant with Macon, that pastor from Chicago.
Macon is my dude, man.
Macon, we was at the restaurant, and he was, I don't know what he was doing with Fat Man. But he took a piece of watermelon and dunked it on the wall at the restaurant on top of Fat Man's head. I was like, Reverend, you can't do that. The watermelon juice was coming down the wall. That's how I learned how to be a pastor, Rob. I learned
it was wild, man. Rob, the stuff that when I tell you the stuff that Ralph and Macon, that summer of 1992 we actually had T-shirts made. Remember the T-shirts we had in summer? Yeah. That summer of 92 was a wild summer for us.
I got married that year.
You sure did.
30 years next year. 30 years.
You sure did. Man. I remember
we could just say thank you to. He'd be one of those people.
Yeah.
You know
Ralph
who
Harris,
else?
For real.
Ralph Harris, James Bellamy. Rest
James
in peace,
Bellamy.
James Bellamy.
George Butler. Definitely. Your dad, Andre Jackson.
My pops. And and you know who else? And I just saw Chris Bottoms drop in here, but I can't. We're not going to end this podcast without talking about Bishop, the Jesse V. Bottoms.
Absolutely.
Because Beulah Baptist Church, we grew up at Beulah. We grew up, myself, James, Mo, Chuck was over there for a while. Rest in peace to Cedric. Cedric was there. Terrence, T. Motley. T. Motley is still there. And he's still to this day, man, even when we go home, he treats us like his sons because we are his sons in the ministry. Wow. So we can't.
Yeah, that was a big deal. And Chris is saying, we brought the choir to another level. We had fun there, man. It was a lot of resources. We were able to have fun musically. I built my businesses in Poughkeepsie, and my marriage, my family. I was blessed there, man. But those small towns were a blessing to me.
Right.
Musically, we had all of the support. Well, not necessarily support, but all of our training that came from Best Temple
and Soul Saving and the MLK choir,
stuff like that. We were able to actually master all of that at Beulah.
And at the gospel choir at the high school. Come on.
Right. MLK and the gospel choir at the high school. Let me tell you, when we went to Beulah, they had a small choir. By the time 1995, 96 rolled around, we had 100 people strong. We had 100 people strong in the choir at one point. It was crazy.
He said, we had
100 people.
Drew been trying to say something, but I can't.
Go ahead,
He be whispering.
How old is Bottoms now? How old?
80. He's 80.
Yeah, he's 80. He's still kicking, man. He's still kicking.
I love Reverend Bottoms, man.
He's still kicking. He's still doing his thing. And
but wait, hold up. At 80 years old, James, you still gonna be preaching?
Preaching? Well, I'm trying to learn, so when I get to that age, I can still do it. Because right now, I just be doing my Sunday school lesson. But when I get 80, I'm gonna be preaching. I'm a hoop. I'm gonna change keys. I'm gonna change keys like Rob did this morning. Yo, Rob changed keys 4 times. Am I telling a lie? Am I telling a lie, Rob? Am I telling a lie?
Nah,
change the keys, Doc.
I was just feeling good that day.
And then Rob said, he said,
Go ahead, cousin. Change the keys, cousin.
Rob. So Rob and Brandon might know this answer, but Rob, what's your preaching key? I ask everybody, what's their preaching key? Oh, yes.
I actually, I start off with what you say?
F sharp. So
I start off, you know what? I probably go there, but then I drop down to C sharp so I can climb up.
Mm-hmm. Climb up the ladder.
All right.
I just keep climbing up. So
you start at C sharp to climb?
Yeah.
D flat right there?
Up the ladder.
Wait, hold on.
Yo, you got hoop triggers, really? You got...
Yeah.
You're so stupid.
I actually don't play like that. I play for myself and play myself.
Yes, sir.
Drew, what's your key?
I don't hoop a lot, but when I do, I start out in C.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm surprised that most of you all even say that because most of y'all can actually sing.
Man,
so it's like you should just be able to
actually bass. So I gotta start low.
Here y'all go.
Whenever I hear the keys switch up, or let's say a musician, he's not really following. He think you
I'm starting G.
You just heard it.
Did you say you starting G? So
starting G.
Stupid.
I'll never forget when I actually played for Pastor Hassel on organ. He was high.
You tried to kill me. I almost died when I sat down.
Yo, no lie. Yo, he called me that night. He was like, "Yo, what's wrong with your cousin, man?" I was like, "What?" He said, "Yo, Brandon tried to kill me." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Yo, he was pushing me. He pushed me somewhere I ain't been in a long time. Like,
but the worst thing is though, going somewhere and preaching and they cannot change keys. I automatically, bro, I can hear it. I go to the next key and they don't go.
They stay right there.
Right back down. I drop right back down.
They stay right there. Folk afraid to play that.
So wait. Let me ask you this, Rob. Rob, you don't take RJ with you when you go out?
Yeah, but this time sometimes, I'll swing through thinking that they have things.
So like
they have it handled.
But and for those that don't know,
musician.
So for those that don't know, he got to pay his son. So every good preacher has a son that if they have a son, he's gonna learn how to play the organ no matter what.
Especially ones that know how to look. Especially the ones that know how to grab the ear and squall.
Right.
Ray learned how to play.
Right.
He can back me up when I preach.
Yep. See.
Yeah, he can back me up.
There you go. Did you teach Hunter how to play, Drew?
He plays drums, man. He want to play soccer and play drums.
Well, ain't nothing wrong. First of all, why you smack your teeth when you say you want to play drums? Ain't nothing wrong with playing drums.
You be wanting your kids to play, like you like. So
play. Yeah. Stop playing and play.
They don't. They got their own
Stop
interest.
Playing and play.
That's true, Drew. That's true because they got their own idea what they want to do and stuff like that, and they be pushing themselves in different areas.
Cleve said, Rob ain't trying to share that offering.
Nah, you know what though? That ain't true. Cause I'll pay a musician to come with me. I don't have a problem with that. Cause I figure I'm gonna make my money on the job. So you know what I mean. So so I got that. So for me to do a good, to feel better, you know what I mean. Like you have your people with you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just can't bring them with me, so I have to do whoever's there.
Yeah, I hear that. So
that's why Jakes brings Marcus with him everywhere he goes, because you get a good musician that fits with you, and that is priceless.
Well, also Jakes don't have to pay for a plane ticket either, because he just Marcus be here and get on the plane.
Well, he got to pay for gas though.
I mean, they got that though. They got that. That's easy.
Because I took my son to Georgia with me. I paid for his excuse me. I paid for his the offering. I think I did 3 days, and I paid them, you know, each day. I don't have a problem with that. It's just a matter of I have to feel comfortable, but when I don't feel comfortable, I'm like, oh, I gotta stay in this key.
Let me tell you, I go to churches,
and you know, I don't play the organ, so whatever key I'm in,
that's why I bring my Nord.
I'll be like, oh, I got to drop down because it's too high sometimes.
Wait a second. Wait. So you took your son with you to Atlanta, and your brother's already there?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother came too.
Oh, he played too? Okay, I'm just asking.
Nah, he didn't. You know, I think he did play one night, and I paid him too.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure you paid him. Make sure you paid him. You know, that's all I was saying. All right. Okay. Because you know, as long as you ain't treat them like how they used to treat us back in the day.
Let me tell you something. It costs me sometimes to go to churches to preach.
Bruh. Wait, they didn't hear you. All these people on here didn't hear you.
It costs you sometimes to go to church and preach.
No, I go to churches and I leave there after leaving an offering, after paying for everybody to be there. It costs me to go.
Yep.
Man.
I concur.
I think they think that preachers, we just out here just living, you know, just.
No, we got to work away from church.
I ain't messing with you, Cleveland. I didn't have a drummer come.
Hey, listen, he said, did you pay the drummer? Yo, that's
I didn't have a drummer come.
You had a drummer there. I bet you there was a drummer there.
That's their problem.
That's
the problem. The church got to pay for that. I paid for my organist.
See how they treated that. That's why we play, you know.
I paid for the organist.
You know what?
I play extra slow just because you ain't paying.
Extra slow because you ain't paying.
The beat is at 120. I'm playing at 108. I'm playing at 108.
Yo, so listen. We got way off track tonight, but it's fun. We having a good time. Yo, so you know, thank y'all, man, for coming, hanging out with us a little bit. Hassel, Richardson, McLemore.
Thank you for this, cousin. This was fun.
Yo, man, we just hanging out. We having conversations. A lot of people want to know, what's the purpose of the Deacon Board podcast? Yo, it's friends having. These are the conversations that we have in private without the cursing.
Right.
Without the cursing. We having it in public. Yo, man, Eric Motley's on. Yo, TM, yo, Eric, I'm getting your brother on, man. You know how hard it is to track Terrence down. I'm gonna talk about him, but coming up the week of October 11th, we have a special episode that we're gonna try to pull off. But I'm gonna say it publicly now, so I can get the phone calls later. But all 8 remaining brothers of Psalms 100, I'm going to try to have them on now. You know, we may have to pre-record that to edit. so we may have to pre-record that to edit because, you know, the last time we were all in the room together, there were a couple of fights that almost broke out because, you know, we're just rambunctious. yeah.
Well, wait, hold on. Yo, Dante, Drew had a group too.
Yo, what was the name of your group, yo?
We was called Trinity.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yo, right.
Raul, Cleophas, and then Sean. When he finally got old enough, we put him in it because we needed a 4th singer.
Okay,
all right. Y'all was better than Commission.
Yeah.
All the Commission songs. That's all we did. We were basically.
Well, I know one thing. This was a lot of fun. Thank y'all for even having me up here with all of y'all legendary folks.
Yo, Brandon, whatever, man. Listen, hey. Speaking of Commission, yo, remember that night we tried to do that Commission song and we bombed, yo. We went down in flames.
You know what it was? The song was in 9/8. And I think we tried to sing it in 3/4. It was something real slick. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible, and it was in front of everybody at NFA.
But that next year we came back and redeemed ourselves. We made sure.
Wasn't that the year that Mark Moore was like he wanted to pick us up?
Yeah, Mark just drug his feet on that kid. He Hollywood on us.
Decision never had that problem.
Hey, that's because. hey, watch this. I wouldn't have had that. I wouldn't have had that problem either if I had other people writing songs for us.
We wrote our songs.
You ain't write nothing. You have what's my man down? Yo.
Gwen wrote some songs. Gwen and Michael, they wrote them songs.
I was gonna say y'all had way more original songs than we had.
Yeah, we had a bunch of original songs. After that night, we never did nobody else's music again, ever. Ever. Yo.
We just stole Crisscross.
Yeah.
And all the hip hop songs.
We weren't scared to do. Yo, remember that night we were at Best Temple? Elder Best, Elder Best. Your grandfather did this, yo.
No hesitation.
Yo, he was like, they gonna be, we killed their church. Yo, we killed Best Temple. We went in there and had them up on their feet. We had them jumping. We had them doing all sorts of stuff. That he was like,
singing,
boys in hell.
Your grandfather was not playing. Yo, we was like,
he was.
Did he just say that? He said it.
Yo, he said it
in hell.
You're gonna be some singing boys down in hell. Yo, listen, but Rob, we, you know how they say, when preachers dump they church, we dumped them Negroes that night. We killed them that night, and we didn't care.
We was worldly. He was telling the truth. If we didn't get our lives right, we was going to hell.
We gonna go to hell. Yo, think about it. Yo, James, you remember that night we showed up at
y'all had decisions to make.
Yo, we did. Hey,
come on.
Hey, Adrian, letting y'all have it. Adrian's like, remember Decision Stole Guy Smile?
Oh, I was hoping y'all didn't remember that.
Yeah, we remember that mess. Y'all took their whole joint. Y'all had Teddy Riley writing songs for y'all. Y'all was stealing stuff.
That's all right.
Hey, what were y'all favorite groups from Newburgh?
Oh, I just named them all.
Yo,
Shining Light was my favorite.
Yo, I enjoy Shining Light, but you know
they're
who
from Kingston.
They're from Kingston. Yeah, they only had one.
Come on, you know what
I like the Rainbow
Singers.
Yo, I'm not gonna front. I really enjoyed as we got older. I enjoyed our time with MLK Choir. I really enjoyed our time with them. Just sitting with George. Once they started to let us play for real.
Wasn't it Psalms 27?
No, I'm rolling with Shining Light.
Your pops would say, he was like, why are you playing all them sloppy chords? He would look over my shoulder and be like, you playing all them sloppy chords. Just play the song.
That's another choir.
Name of that quartet group that Kermit used to sing.
Yo, the Mighty Jubileers. We talked about Kermit earlier. Yeah, the Mighty Jubileers. Yeah, we like them. Yo, we had some. Newburgh. A lot of musicians. If I start naming musicians that came out of Newburgh.
But you ain't even say Junie.
I was just getting ready to talk about him because I sent him a message earlier. He's doing a session right now, but we're gonna have him on one night. And just talk about his journey.
Your pop said, "No, not me."
Yo. I remember that night he got mad at Wyatt about something, and Wyatt left and never came back, yo.
I stayed, but he rolled me. Him and George, man. I'd be like, "Yo, catch me a break."
I think our era with Martin Luther King Choir was fantastic.
Yeah, we had a good time. Yo, she's stupid. Yes. Yo, I already know where he going, so I'm gonna let that go. What's going on? Anyway, so I talked to Gordon. I talked to him via text. We're gonna schedule him to come on. We're gonna have to do one night where it'll probably be a different night, but we're gonna schedule to come on. We're gonna talk about his journey, everything he's been doing, man, because he was the master drummer in Newburgh for forever. And a lot of us had to try to fill his shoes. When he graduated from North High, we had to come in. Tony Williams and I had to come in and play. Graduated from NFA, we had to come in and play. When he didn't want to play the drums, one of us had to play.
Tracy was there too.
Yeah, Tracy was there. Hecko. Tracy was there.
Tracy Peterson.
Tracy Peterson was there. Ed Hall was there trying to play. But
y'all win some awards, NFA choir or something? Y'all won some competition?
Yeah.
We got disqualified.
I won the drummer award.
Won every single year for like
Yep.
I won the drum award.
Yo, we was killing Alicia Keys School and all of them down there, Stuyvesant and LaGuardia,
right,
and Mount Vernon. We was destroying them.
Easily destroying them.
Easily was crazy.
And Paul,
yo, what did you just say? Yeah, did you just say that
Jesus Rose?
Oh, yeah.
Killed that.
Yo,
and Paul Peter was the tenor section.
Paul Jones and Peter. That's it.
Whole tenor section.
Yeah, Ezra won a singing award. He won the best tenor.
Yeah, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Miss Bowles still owe me money though.
Yo.
I'm about to go and collect.
You're so
owe me money, bro.
Stupid.
She owed me money. I won that award. I won the drummer award.
We didn't. Did Anthony Stewart play for the NFA choir?
You didn't get no.
Anthony played for us. That was in like '84.
Yeah, that was way before our time. Yo, I'm gonna tell you this: the only year we went to gospel competition, because we couldn't go when I was in 10th grade because she was pissed off at James, so she didn't let us go then. 11th grade we went because James was going by then. 11th grade we went, and he was with us. But we got disqualified. Yo, they did us dirty that year. They were looking to do us dirty that year, though, because we were killing all them kids down there.
Yo, they didn't want me to shine. Yo, I had all my licks. I had my one scale. I had my one blue scale that I was gonna kill him with.
Yo, me and Batman let me play
F minor blues.
Yep.
F minor blues. I was gonna kill him, Drew. I was gonna kill him with my F minor blues.
He said,
that's what I was doing.
Yo, you stupid. Gwen won. Mike won. Yo, y'all did well, man.
No, they didn't let me. They didn't let me have my year. It's all right. It's all right.
Yo, it was. God got you because all them jokers down there.
Don't forget about Finky, who used to play at Best.
Finky, yeah. That's my dude.
I know this girl. Oh wait, yo. So let me tell you something, Phil. So Phil, because I'm gonna tell you about Phil. Phil ran into my niece in Atlanta. He's in Atlanta right now, and they were at this. He's still in the scene down there, right. And so she was in the spot, and she had on the shirt from Poughkeepsie. And he was like, yo, what you know about Poughkeepsie? And she was like, well, my family's there and blah, blah, blah. And my uncle's from Newburgh. He was like, yo, who's your uncle? She was like, Dante Jackson. He was like, you don't know Dante. That's my cousin. How you know Dante? Yo, he started calling everybody. He started calling, this your niece for real?
Fink is funny.
Fink is my dude, man.
And don't be singing his songs.
No, I ain't singing his songs.
Yo, me, Fink, Bishop Butler and Gordon was at Howard, like just not doing what we're supposed to do. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Hold on one second. Let me. Allegedly. Allegedly down at Howard doing stuff that allegedly. Wow. All right, man. Listen, we can ready to get out of here, man. Episode 2 in the books. Look. Everybody wonder what y'all talking about. Yo, we're just having conversations. We don't have to be deep because if we wanted to be deep, all 6 of us up here could really be deep about some things. I have, Rob is a policeman. He's a lieutenant. He is a pastor. Maurice is a pastor, a preacher. Andrew is a bishop, a pastor, a preacher, a musician. Brandon, even though he don't like it, he's a preacher. He's a pastor. He's a musician. Prophet. He's a prophet. Hassel is the provost of a school.
Yes, sir.
He is a bishop. He has an earned doctorate. He is a pastor and apostle over 5 churches. Yes, I'm just a businessman, but if we needed to be deep, we can. Last thing.
Yeah.
If you know anybody that needs assistance with their rent, with their rental, if they're behind on rent, and Maurice, thank you for sending this to me earlier today. If they're behind on their rent, they're going to get evicted. Send them to NACA.com, NACA.com. Have them look for the renter's assistance area. Fill it out. There's money out there for you. Go get that money to get the help that you need to pay your rent. We're still in a pandemic. People are being laid off of work. People aren't working their hours. People are underemployed. So please go and get that done. I wanted to say that. I'm still waiting on.
If you need prayer, call 911.
Again.
If you are a homeowner, you can go to that same website and look for Home Save, and they'll help you out also. So if you're
I know that the Lord will seed for the sower.
Right. So if you want to sow somewhere, I want y'all to bless the ministries that are up here. So you have Pastor Bess with the Voice Church down in Maryland. Yes. You have Life. Rob, did you change the name of your church? What was it? Life Restoration Ministries in Newburgh, New York. You have Kingdom Christian Cultural Center down in Yonkers, New York. Bless them. Their Cash App. If y'all know their Cash App, put the Cash Apps in the comments there. Bless them. I don't need it. You can bless them though. And yeah, Brandon knows all the best restaurants. So, you know, I know a lot of the restaurants. But listen, thank you all for hanging out. We're gonna do this again soon. Hassel's laughing because you know we ain't no good. At the end of the night, we ain't no good, man. But we just hanging out. Love y'all, man. And I love my hometown of Newburgh, New York. That's who made me. That's who made me who I am today. My attitude is because I'm from Newburgh, from Crack Alley. I didn't hang out on the Ave. I was only a Chamber Street kid, but you know that's a whole different story. And
I lived in the suburbs.
And I was in the suburbs. we need a cash app for drummers. We need that retro pay. So yeah, if you want to give the drummer some, you can cash at me. Hit me up on my cash app. You want to bless the drummers or something.
I got PTSD from that.
Yo, man, it's ridiculous. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good night. Be blessed. Be easy.